beaten path in what was a working class neighborhood of Yonkers that was in transition.
I was frustrated as hell. I felt really dejected. No job satisfaction, no social life satisfaction. There was nothing in the apartment, nothing at all. Just my clothes, my guns, and my bed.
He was going to work every day, and then by night, many nights, he was stalking victims.
He was constantly searching, prowling, looking. It was the situation, the circumstance that he found himself in. He was an opportunist.
For days on end, at nights I was out every night like clockwork, driving around. So I spotted more things happening, you know.
He told me he began seeking out middle of the night, long walks, long drives, with a gun in his pocket, looking for women that he could kill. And he said before he could pull a trigger, he had to view his victims as what he wanted them to be.
At that time, as I was feeling angry just into just objects of my, anger, hatred, or whatever. If I put myself in a position where I saw that they were really, humans, and like if I engaged in a conversation or something, then that would immediately I would lose everything I psyched myself up for.
When some of his intended victims would maybe ask him for help or smile, game was off. He couldn't harm them. One night he was out with a gun in his pocket, intending to commit a murder. He came upon ideal victims who were stuck in a snowbank, but yet had the perfect target.
And I had the gun in my pocket, and they asked me, hey, can you give us a hand? Because we're stuck, we can't get out. And I looked at these people and I said, all right, yeah, sure. And I helped them. Yeah, that's all. I no, because I wasn't worked up in that state. I didn't want to do that. I had contact with them. I saw them as persons. Even for that brief second, I looked at their faces. And I said to myself, oh, thank God, I mean something to somebody, even if it's just for a second. I'm called upon to help. I would have been more grateful for that incident, you understand, for my chance to help somebody than to go out and hurt somebody.
And rather than kill him, he pushed him out. And they were very thankful, and they said, my pleasure. Have a good night. Sent them on their way, happy to have done a good deed. And then he went on and killed somebody else.
18-year-old Valentina Suriani and her steady boyfriend, 20-year-old Alexander Esau, were parked in his car on the Hutchinson River Parkway Service Road. At 3 a.m., 3 shots tore through the side window of the car. Valentina died, a bullet wound in the head. Alexander was hit twice in the head. He died at 9 o'clock last night.
It was in April of 1977, and this time, with the sixth shooting, a lot of us took note because the killer went back to the Bronx.
It was in the Pelham Bay section of the Bronx, actually quite close to where Berkowitz grew up.
Everybody knew everybody in that neighborhood. It was really close knit and always felt safe there. I mean, I was walking to school by myself when I was 10 years old. I met Valentina when I first went off to school. We knew each other forever. We'd hang out at each other's houses. When Val and Alex met, they were destined to be together. Learning about Val was very tough. My sister Teresa and I worked that Sunday morning at the local supermarket.